Hello, and welcome back to Cars of Glasgow. I'm Thomas, and today you join me with this Renault Megane RS 300 trophy here at Struan's Autocentre in Dundee. And in this video, I'm going to give you a walk around of the car, quick look at the interior, and get it out on the road to tell you what it's like to drive. So stay tuned for this video. Alright, so let's start off with the front of the Renault Megane. We do have that diamond logo right up front with the RS just below it, just to signify what the car behind you is. We do have trophy going across above the registration where the bumper is. And being an RS model, we do have this aggressive front body kit, which does have a look a little bit more mean presence to it, and we do have these signature lights up front as well, again distinguishing it from the standard Megane range. Now you may also realise this particular car is riding on these two-tone diamond cut 19-inch alloy wheels. We do have the red Brembo brake calipers there, as well as these flashes of red on the inside of the spoke. Now these are quite a unique look to me, they're not really eye-catching with the little red flashes there. So on the side of the fender we do have it saying Renault Sport, and we do have this little vent here. Now I do think this is fake because it doesn't seem to be connected through to anything on the inside of the arch. We do have black mirror caps. This gorgeous white paint in today's Scottish sun is really reflecting quite pearlescent. And then we do have this extended wide sill on the side of the car because it is the RS model. Let's take a look at the rear. Now on the rear of the car it does feel quite wide in the presence here. We've got this little lip here on the back of the bumper just to make it look a little bit wider, well, it is a little bit wider. And yet overall from the rear three quarter it does look really good, and yet just different again from the standard Megane just because it is a little bit wider overall, and that's kind of what you're going to take away from the side. We do have chrome strips on the door handle. It does say 4 control there on the B pillar and some chrome at the bottom of the window. Now on the rear of the Megane we do have these tail lights. They kind of meet into the middle to show off that Renault logo. I like the fact that this almost meets in the middle because right now the trend is for these bar lights, and Renault were really ahead of the curve about all these 5-6 years ago with the bar light almost touching the rear. You are going to notice this is different from a standard Megane. You may not notice it with the tail lights, but we do have the RS badging, and we do have the central mid-mounted exhaust, 2 pipes inside. Now as Joel said the other day of his Cayenne video, you can probably get your fist in there, it's very hot. But around the rear we do have parking sensors, a lot of this at diffuser. We even have these kind of vents on the side of the bumper at each side of the car, and yes, unfortunately they are fake. However, inside the car, this is why you buy a hot hatch, we do have 434 litres of boot space, and this boot is huge. We even have a little bit of storage underneath, as well as a tyre repair kit and a little Renault kind of kit for roadside assistance with the Renault logo on there. It's a huge practical squared off boot, tie down hooks, and we do have 60/40 split folding seats and quite a solid parcel shelf back here. Now before we step into the front, I want to show you this. When the car's locked, the car does unlock from all 4 doors. So if your key's in your pocket you can go ahead and jump in. Door opens nice and wide. I'm 5'11", and I've got decent enough knee room, decent enough headroom, and although these are quite sporty bucket seats up front, from behind you've still got a little bit of a mat pocket there. We do have some nice climate vents, and there is a little 12-volt power outlet there, so you can maybe get an adapter to charge your iPad or something like that. We do have also a little centre armrest here with some cup holders which are nice, and then this mood lighting as well is in the back that you see up front. And the door cards are alright, you know, there's a nice sporty design aesthetic to it. We've got the red stitching and this carbon fibre look across the top of the door card, and this soft spongy material that tricks the eye because you think it's going to be hard, but it's nice and soft and touch. And we do have quite a small door pocket there, but probably fit a small bottle of water, maybe like a 500ml, something like that. But overall it's alright back here, and the headliner is nice and soft. Alright, so you join me on the inside of the Renault RS trophy for the Megane model, and yeah, inside material we've got a nice blend of materials because the steering wheel itself has got leather, it's got Alcantara's little red race indicator. There's flashes of red throughout the cabin, between the stitching and the seats, on the gear selector, and even the handbrake. Now on the left we do have your volume controls, on the right we do have your phone controls, automatic lights, wipers, and then we've got the Renault cruise control down here stock on the right hand side. Not too much else down here, you know, there's a little bit of a cubby in there, dimming for your lights down here. Yeah, it's quite a nice logical laid out cabin. Now we do have an infotainment screen here that you can go between your radio, sat nav, drive modes, etc. It's quite fast and responsive, and as you can see, multimedia and that. This is how you're able to go ahead and change various things in the car. I'm not going to go through it all today because that's just not the kind of videos that I do, but yeah, just know it's fast, responsive, and you can get things like your sat nav and your radio in here quite quickly. There we go, there's the race mode for that little bit of noise. So down below the screen we do have home button, the shortcut keys, we've got the volume knob here, turn all that off as well at touch of a button, and then we're able to see your climate controls down here. Now this little feature here is touch capacitive, so you're able to turn the fan speed up and down or slide your finger like so. So that's quite cool. You can also change the direction of airflow with physical buttons, which is nice to see this day and age. And then your climate control, we do have dual zones, so if you wanted it 24.5 and 23.5, you do have that functionality. And then you've got the front defrost and rear defrost, hazards, door lock, an RS drive mode here, and as you can see it's a shortcut key, so you can get in between all your modes to get that car engine to life. And then the inside, the instrument display for the driver, we do have fuel gauge on the right, temperature gauge on the left for the engine. In the centre is that multi-functional screen that can change through depending on what mode you're on. It's nice and clear. So in the centre screen here you can change the display style for the gauge cluster up front. So if we go to style 2, we can see style 3 and then style 4. For my favourite for today is probably style 3. It's a little bit simple looking there. The screen also allows you to change things like the engine sound if you want to do neutral, comfort or sport. And then equally for the ambient lighting, you've got the option to slide between, say for example you want a nice pink down here, go for like a yellow colour, green, blue and red. So I'll probably leave it in blue for myself today. There is no heads-up display in this car. Yeah, in material quality, it feels pretty on par with what you'd expect from like a Mark 7 Golf, with the plastic on top of the dash there. And yeah, I like the funky gear selector, it's very French. And we do have your like kind of switch between cruise control, speed limiter down here, just like we've seen in the Renault Twingo all those years ago. Do have aux cable, and USB-A cable chargers in the middle there, 12-volt power outlet, and a little rubberized storage there. Yeah, and I like the fact there's not too much black gloss in this car, if any. It's very minimum, if I can't really see any, because the material there's kind of like faux carbon fibre, because inside it's like flashes of plastic. There's like a matte kind of brushed plastic here, and then the armrest is covered in the same kind of materials that the door is, with like this carbon fibre looking vinyl. It's quite interesting. Now the seats themselves, oh, they're very sporty, very figure hugging. You don't want it to be too much of a fuller figure, but we do have adjustment in them. And then I've taken this up on the country roads, and yeah, you do feel like it's hugging you and giving you the kind of support you need when you're out on the road, because you just know what's holding you when you're tossing and turning. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for these seats. Like, they've got a bit of cushion in them, but they've also got like that support side by side, and they do have the RS branding on the headrests. It would not be a Cars of Glasgow video without a glove box reveal. Pull this here. It is softly damped, and it's doing the Renault thing or the French thing of having the fuse box on the left, but we do have enough room, as you can see, for like your logbook and service history, and it does go quite far back, so it is fairly deep. It's just a little bit compromised because of the fuse box, but yeah, it's at least got a glove box. But yeah, overall it's what you'd expect from a Renault, and yeah, or a Renault Megane shall I say, but we've got nice upmarket flourishes of material. And yeah, I'm very impressed with this car today so far, but we'll get this out on the road for the video. So let's start the car up, clutch down, and that 1.8 litre comes to life. Alright, you join me behind the wheel of the Renault Megane RS 300 Trophy. Let's see what this little 1.8 litre, just under 300 horsepower car can do for us on the Scottish roads. Now it is Got the 6-speed manual, and we do have that little funky French handbrake release there. I have got it on a sportier setting for the drive, so let's see and hear how it performs. So straight off the bat, that driving mode does make it feel a little bit different in terms of the audio noise, the kind of the way it's made me feel. We're just going to go to a national speed limit road here. The gear selector has got a nice engaging like bite point in the clutch, and the gear shift itself has got a nice weight to it. It does have that 4Motion technology that Renault have coined the phrase for. And you know what? The road is grippy for sure. I do like the red race marker on the top of the steering wheel there, just nice and centre. But yeah, the suspension's a little bit firm. I could just feel myself jiggling a wee bit there, but that's just one less key I need to just that reminder. But yeah, I did make a little pop and bang there. That was quite cool. I never expected that. See if I put the window down a wee bit, see if it makes sense. Yeah, it's making some pops and bangs. It's quite childish of me, but I'm enjoying that. Yeah, that's quite fun. I think if you're looking for a nice driver's car, this is going to be the car for you. It's going to put a smile on you, especially when the weather's like this. Some nice sunshine, some nice Scottish roads. Small sporty hatchback. What more can you ask for? So I just want to say thank you very much for watching this video on the Renault Megane RS 300 Trophy. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to Cars of Glasgow below. Make sure to check out the guys at Struan's Autocentre Dundee, and I'll see you next video. Ciao.